I'm Dr. Bergeron, orthodontist in Geneva. I've treated more than 4,000 cases with Invisalign, and since 2 years, I treat all my cases with Smilers, and I will show you some cases you can do with the Smiler system. There is three type of cases: the white case, red case, and black case. It's just to see when you have the patient for the simple case to the severe cases. So part one, how to recognize the case from the from the white case to the right cases. So first of all, it's the simple cases. So it needs to be a malocclusion of class one. So you can treat easily the little crowding, diastema less than 2 millimeter, expansion less than 2 millimeter, light overbite and overjet, light open bite, flight cover speed, but you cannot do a molar translation extraction case or rotation more than 14 degrees. So look about these cases who was done by the Smiler system. So it's really a class one with the quoting at the upper and lower arch with nice balance of the face, but you see the quoting on the inside at the upper and the lower. So we've decided to do some stripping, some expansion to correct the alignment of the teeth. So on the X-ray, it's good case, to move the teeth and the rod. So you have the Smiler story. On the Smiler story, you can see the movement align smilers by smilers. So for each teeth, you can see exactly the translation and the rotation, because there is three type of translation and rotation. You can exactly see and explain to the patient what's happened on the smile. So you can see the alignment before and after with the aligner directly on the upper arch. For the lower arch, we decided to do just a little expansion and stripping, so you have exactly the stripping on the Smiler story, and you can see in 8 months the achievement of the alignment of the lower incisor and just a little expansion. So you have the Smiler story before and after, and you have the result before and after. This case, we decide to correct just a little the deep bite for 1 millimeter. So again, it was really a class one, and you see the really good alignment of the teeth, the perfect alignment of the teeth with the Smiler system. Here's another case, just a little open bite by proclination of incisor with diastema of the upper incisor. So on the X-ray, we see the proclination, and we decide, to correct the proclination at the patch with closing the diastem, and at the lower arch by the little stripping. So you see the case before the treatment. You see the Smiler story and the sewing position on the story. It was done with 14 liner, and you see the nice result we have at the end with the Smiler system. Again, the Smiler story before and after, and the result of the occlusion of the bite and the closure of the diastema. So at the upper arch, we do just a little expansion. We use a fixed rotation for the diastema, and at the lower arch, we've done the expansion and the stripping to have the perfect alignment of the teeth. So again, it was class one malocclusion, and on the right and on the left, we keep the good occlusion, and we achieve a really nice result on the smile, just only in 7 months for this patient. And we see at the X-ray that we really correct the bite and the proclination of the incisor just only with the Smiler system. So now we can see more difficult case, moderate cases. It's class 1 and class 2 malocclusion, mild overbite and overjet less 4 millimeter, Just some molar translation, rotation up to 45 degrees, intrusion, extrusion up to 3 millimeter, extraction of lower incisor, and tipping up to 20 degree. So look on this case, so it's really a big lower crowding. We decide to correct this crowding without extraction, just with expansion and with the stripping. On this case, it was a class one, was really with a big crowding. So we decide to do the stripping at the lower arch and to use the Smiler story to see exactly the possibility of the treatment and exactly the number of the IPR we need to correct the lower crowding. So you see the full Smiler story when you have really all on the timeline, you know, really all what's happened for each teeth, and you see that it was only less than 0.3 millimeter to correct the crowding and to correct the alignment of the teeth. So here's the result after, and you see the result we achieved before and after with the smaller system. So again, we keep all the teeth. We've not done extraction, and we do only 0.3 millimeter of stripping because with the smaller system you use the real STL5, so it's really accurate to know the stripping you need to achieve this result. But we do in the same time just a little expansion and see the rotation of the lower molar we done, and we achieve exactly the result was on the smaller story. So at the upper arch, the alignment of the incisor, the expansion, and the correct fitting on the smilers, and the result on the smile for the patient who was really happy by this smilers treatment. So the perfect position of the incisor on the lateral X-ray, and again the smile of the patient we achieve with the smiler system. One case who still a rare case is because we use class 3 elastic to obtain the result for this patient. So you see the case before and after with the class 3 elastic we use with the smilers. Now we will see the more difficult cases, the several cases or the black cases. It's sometimes case when it's accessories to achieve the results. So not only sometimes with a liner, so we can use elastic, we can use mini squeak, we can use surgical cases. So in this case, we can do a skeletal correction of class 2, class 3, all the upper bite and overjet. The posterior extraction cases, the molar translation, and sometimes when some tooth are missing. So look about the first cases. It's an upper bite with a class 2, with a big crowding, with no place for the upper right canine. So we decide to do digitalization to find the middle and to correct the open bite and to correct the bite without extraction, just with the smaller system. So look about the smaller story. So it was really a class 2 open bite. So we've done the distillation, and you see the distillation of the first molar one by one to achieve the class 1 without extraction with using the smiler system and the smiler liner with the elastic for the distillation. So well, you see the first stage on the distillation and really to change the needle on the face of the patient and to be sure at the end we have the best results. So look on this case. So look about the distillation we done one by one just to find the place for the canine and to to achieve the best occlusion of class 1 on the right and on the left. So um, the using of the smilers, the smiler story and the elastic of class 2, you know, to correct the middle and in the same time to achieve the class 1. So you can see the result on the X-ray and the good position of the incisor on the profile. So here is the result of the smile of the patient, but again, We correct the smile, the open bite, the middle, and the class one on the right and on the left. So you see the nice result we have on the smile of the patient who was really happy to have a treatment without any extraction and with the smiler system. So we've seen this case. Now we will see this case with three big deep bite, with gummy smile at the upper, the lower arch, lateral incisor is missing, and the canine on the left is missing. So we decide to correct the open bite by the screw, by the splint, and to find the place for implant for the lateral incisor and the canine on the left. So we really achieve, and we use a Pontic to be sure that the treatment is look being invisible treatment. So yeah, the result we achieve at the end. But really, it's one of the big cases I treat with a liner. But now in my clinic, we treat all the cases with a liner and with a smiler system because with the stronger plastic, the invisible plastic, and the timeline and the smiler story and Smiler's editor, the system to control the position of the teeth, you can easily achieve this result. This case, it's a surgical cases. Since 2005, I do all my surgical cases with a liner, and now since 2 years with Smiler. So on this case, we just decide to do the preparation, so to do the expansion and the alignment of the teeth to prepare the surgical cases. So you can see the result just after 8 months, just before to do the surgical treatment and the smarter story with the bite who was done but by surgery. But look about the arch form and how we improve the arch form and how we change really the arch form and the position of the thesis after surgery. We just now need to do the finishing of the occlusion, but it was really a surgery of the upper jaw. And now with all the cases you want to do, sometime you need to do surgical cases and you need to use the smilers before and after the surgery. So thanks again to follow all these cases. I hope you enjoy it and see you soon.